mentors or the whole journey phase team takes a lot consideration or care for the students that are, participating, that are basically the part of the TGP team, because it's not like we want to sell our course or something. We actually want to help the students.
Hey everybody, welcome to our YouTube channel. We are starting with Topper series where we call out our toppers who have scored very well in our CUET, in the CUET exams, and they are all set to share their stories and tips and tricks. Today we have Arushi, who is currently pursuing BCom honors at SRCC. Let's hear from her, and Arushi, could you please introduce yourself for the audience?
Thank you so much, first of all, Dhruvi, for having me. And hi, guys. I'm Arushi Agarwal, currently pursuing BCom honors from Shri College of Commerce, Delhi University. I had a score of 797.6 in my CUET, and like normal SRite, I had taken commerce in my 11th and 12th, and I'm currently in my second year of college.
That's great. We are all excited to hear your stories. So, when did you start your preparation?
Okay, so firstly, I was preparing for IPMAT. Like my main goal was IIM Indore. So I had started it when I was in 12th. I had started preparing for it in July because there was no CUET scene at that time. And my mother always wanted me to get into SRCC. And she had also said that if you are taking commerce, you need to score at least 98 to 99% in your boards. I was like, yeah, okay. But I knew it is very difficult to score because even you could do anything, but at the end, everything depends on the examiner or the checker, right? So I was like, maybe for me at that time, I am sounded like a safer choice. Like I was like, DU is tougher than I am at that point. So I was preparing for that. And then boards came, and then around January, like when the CUET and everything started, I had to make a choice. Like either it could, like I have to prioritize something, like either IIM or Delhi University, basically. And at that point, I was like, I should go for Delhi University. Like the whole curriculum and everything inclines towards more of my goals. Like I want my undergraduation to be a little free, a little chill, and because it is very difficult in IIM, right? And then in after, like my post graduation could be related to
From
that. Yeah, so in January, basically, I started in January, February only for CUET.
so, how much duration approximately it would be?
It would be since I had prepared for boards already. My at least 60 to 70% was covered in subjective. So the main thing was to practice MCQ questions. So there were two terms, right? So my first term exams ended in January and ended in December. So after that, I started practicing MCQ questions for those chapters which I had already done. And then for the chapters which were new to me, and then I started the whole subjective and objective thing, because subjective was required for the boards. And it would be like I did not give much time to CUT at that time. It would be 1 or 2 hours at max, since I was preparing for other entrance exams also. And again, I was preparing for IPMAT also. So 1 or 2 hours per max per day would be max, like at the January, February. And obviously then it increased. Like even when I gave boards after May, I had to do like a good stretch of amount of studies for CUET.
Got it, got it. So, how did you like manage both UET and IPMAT, all three of them together?
So, firstly, CUET and CUET went together with boards. It was just that if I had concept clarity, I could do the MCQ questions. So it wasn't that tough. And obviously, there were some chapters which were cut in boards, but we had to prepare that for CUET. So that was a new thing. And IPMAT, uh, like, yeah, I also felt that through IPMAT, I'm preparing for the general test of the CUET also. But it was difficult to manage that. That's why I had to prioritize my CUT preparation over IPMAT. But at the starting, it's not that difficult because it's just IPMAT and 12th preparation, because 12th preparation includes boards and CUET.
Right, right. So, how did you come across the journey phase, and what is something that stood out for you in terms of any other coaching?
Okay, so I came across that through the LinkedIn page. Vishal had posted something, and I knew about Journey Phrase through that. And one thing is that the mentors or the whole Journey Phase team takes a lot consideration or care for the students that are participating, that are basically the part of the TGP team, because it's not like we want to sell our course or something. We actually want to help the students. So we also do personal one-on-one mentorship sessions. We take doubts, and it's also the doubts are like how to manage stress, anxiety, because these are the things that actually go along with your any preparation, IPMAT, boards, CUET. So that's something that stood out for me regarding TGP and other and other preparation coachings, TGP
Got
and
it.
coaching.
At the coaching institute,
Yeah,
right? So I think the things that you talked about, that are the stress, the anxiety, and other things, the softer aspects, not the hardcore subjects. I think they really
right.
define on the test day also.
Yeah,
If you go
definitely.
with a very nervous mindset, then I think you're already 50% short of your goal, right? So how did you?
Yeah, yeah. So actually, it's a very funny story also. And when I told my mother I'm doing this interview, she was like, "You have to tell this also." So basically, we had to fill the center for our CUT thing, right? I filled something which I thought is near to my house, like 15-20 minutes, but it was actually 11 hours away. It was near Allahabad.
Oh
Okay,
my
so
God.
and at that point, basically what happened, CUT was a total mess. Like everything was getting delayed or postponed and everything. So when I got the admit card, I was like, "Okay, let's see how far it is. It would be max 10-15 minutes." So, and it was showing 11 hours of road. And I was like, "Okay, there's something wrong with Google Maps." I checked it 3, 4, 5 times, and I was like, okay, then the damage has been done. Then I went to my mother, and obviously I started crying because it was a lot of stress at that time. Like we had no clue what's the thing CUT is. Everything was getting rescheduled. Everything. So she was like, "Ki chill, we'll figure out something." And I also requested for changing the center, but there was nothing. So we had to go to Allahabad. Basically, the place was Kaushambi, which was 2 to 3 hours after Allahabad. It was a village. So, and we couldn't get any hotels also in Kaushambi, so we had to stay in Allahabad, and I had two slots. So on 2 days we had to go to Kaushambi, and then yeah, coming to the question, how to that was the thing that I was like, "Ki, whatever happens on the day, I have to be very chill. I just have to look into it. Ki I have to give this the whole 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours my best, and I don't have to think ki I came from this far or how would it go or anything." And according to the like on apart from the days, I think good company of your friends and family matters a lot. While dealing with stress or anxiety, because I had friends who were giving CUT also, and I had friends who were not giving CUT. So they keep you grounded, ki it's fine, it's chill, you can do it and everything.
So, what was your, like, since you are in a position to help others, since you have done this and been through that journey yourself, so what is something that you think everybody who is preparing for CUET now should do, like the must three things and the must and the three, uh, you know, uh, things that can, totally mess up the score? So,
Okay.
what would be your do's and don'ts for that?
First one would be very basic but extremely important. That is conceptual clarity. Because as I said, ki I had to prepare for boards and CUET together. So if there was no conceptual clarity of the topics I had prepared subjectively for boards, I couldn't prepare. I had to read that again for my CUET preparation. So getting conceptual clarity from the starting is very important, because you will be able to do well in your boards and also in your CUT, because it would save a lot of time. And see, in subjective you can write anything. MCQ, it is a direct yes or no answer, like you know it or you don't know it, right? And in CUT you have to avoid the negative marking and everything, because it can bring down your score a lot. So that's why conceptual clarity is very important. Like if you are doing anything, if you're not understanding it, please mark it, get help from somebody, from your friend, your teacher, your mentor, anything. But don't feel ki if I'm not able to understand it, I leave it, because what if like 2 to 3 questions comes from that part, or you are in a state, or you're not in a state of mind that you'll say ki acha kaun sa answer is the perfect yes or no in this situation. So that's why conceptual clarity is very important. And then it would be to make notes, because since it's like 2 to 3 slots, right? You would barely get 2 to 3 days max before your one particular slot, or it could be on 2 consecutive days also. At that time you can't go through your NCRT or any other book, like you can't just go through the pages. You have to make notes of the things which you feel are important to you. Like there are certain topics which are important, but I know what that topic means. I know that I'll be able to do the questions of that topic. I don't need to like jot down that points in my notes, because my notes, the notes are very personal to everybody. Like even if people say ki share your notes, I don't think that's a very good thing, because you won't be able to understand my notes. I form it in a way that only I'll be able to understand it, right? So make notes of things which you feel are confusing you, which you feel are important to you, or which you feel you are not able to understand properly, because at the last 1 or 2 days you'll be able to go through those notes. And the third would be practice. Like practice is very important. If you What we do is we feel particularly in the practical subjects, numerical subjects like accounts and math, similar questions we won't solve it, but that's a very huge mistake, because at the time of even both, you're not able, even for subjective questions, like for you should practice at least 50 questions for every chapter you are doing, like both subjective and objective. And if you're getting any question wrong, solve it again and then see the solution. Don't see the solution and jump to the conclusion that okay, I have got this. Like these are the three must things that you should do. One would be, don't compare yourself. I know it's very hard to it's very simple to say, but we obviously see that how much our friend is scoring in the mocks or boards or any other thing. It's just that everybody has their different pace, their different journey. Like at the starting, I wasn't getting good marks in my mocks or any other thing, but like I cleared it anyways, right? So try not to compare yourself. Like everybody has different goals too, and different circumstances, because that comparing yourself can, like the anxiety or the stress can go to heights if you do that thing. And then it would be to we tend to avoid the topics which we feel are hard without even studying them, because in 12th accounts there was excel accountancy, there was excel. Last two chapters were related to excel and computer, and we didn't study that in 12th. So we had that mindset that we'll leave those questions in CUAT. But if you study that part, the questions are very easy and they are very direct. Like if you do those 5 to 6 questions in your CUT, like you will get 5 into 4, like 5 into 5, 25 marks, like that only. So study the topic, and if you feel it's hard, take help. Like don't avoid any topic just because you feel ki it might be hard, or it might be difficult, because हो सकता है कि at the point जो topic easy लगे उसके questions solve ना हो, but जो topic difficult हो उसके questions easily direct questions हो and वो solve हो जाए. Because CUT भी एक moderate बनेगा. It wouldn't be like कि बहुत difficult, सारे questions बहुत difficult दे दिए. It would be moderate कि कोई difficult है तो कोई easy आएगा. And then it would be कि don't put much time in the topics which you have the conceptual clarity for. Like I'll feel ki if this topic is easy, I'll practice a lot of questions for that topic, because it would give me a sense of or feeling that oh, I had been productive today. But it's not being productive, it's just wasting my time, because smart work at this point or at the last moment is very important. So that's why like if you feel ki you have done enough questions for that particular chapter, or you have a very good conceptual clarity, don't put much time in that. Focus on other things which you might feel are difficult.
Right, right, rightly said. I mean, these takeaways are, I mean, pretty good for all kind of exams, not just alone
Right, right.
CUET. I really wish you good luck, and I really hope you reach heights and make the best out of SRCC.
Thank you so much. Thank you.